Saying here, MEBADNOLONDON, a little late to the party. They wanted SINCEDAY1 to walk in towards Arch side. And we have knife round. Back and forth we go. It looks like, yep, it is going to be MEBADNOLONDon coming out with the round victory in the knife round. And that means they're going to choose CT side, as almost every team does on Inferno. Alrighty then, here we go. From advanced to intermediate to Open 10 here in ESEA League Season 53 coverage. So we go in, checking out the chat. Oh, we got your bout and Rymel from the previous match. Thank you so much, guys, for the kind words. I appreciate that. That was a fun match. You guys really delivered. Unbelievable. It looks like we have a bit of a delay here getting going. I'm not sure what the holdup is. Maybe a bit of a tech issue. Alrighty. Off we go here. Inferno, a classic, has delivered so many incredible overtimes at every level of Counter-Strike, I would say. But I mean, so many memorable moments, you know, at the pro level for sure. It just feels like a staple to Counter-Strike does this map. Like Mirage, it's hard to imagine a pro circuit without the map, those two maps being involved. Alrighty, let's go. 1:32 on the clock. Incendiary flies in. There's the smoke. And SINCEDAY1 are going to try to work their way in towards this B site. Morais, some chance to take some shots here. Hits one and the follow-up. That second one impressive. Flaws trying to finish what Morais started, and he absolutely will. No real challenge there on the side of MEBADNOLONDon. And again, a reminder, these guys have not lost a map just yet. They started the season 3-0 and looking to make it 4-0. Not to say that SINCEDAY1 has had a bad season so far, anything but. You know, they've got a 2-1 on record. The only match I should say that you can look at and say, well, that wasn't too great, was up against ESEA, as I just mentioned earlier. You know, their latest match, 13-6, was the score in favor of ESEA. Even then, still some decent stats that came through. Laws. Out there. That's one. Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. No real investment here from SINCEDAY1, and that'll do it. 2-0 in favor of MEBADNOLONDon. SINCEDAY1 will have the investment coming through here. Here come the AKs. SINCEDAY1 sending two players towards Banana, but they're waiting out the util, which is wise. I mean, one player pushed in, that's P-Brun, but I mean, he can just go and wait around the corner in the cubby, which is exactly what he does. So he'll now be pushing up. No damage taken from that util at all. Snooky opening frag onto Brent. Talked about those players to watch. SWBY for sure is one of them here on MEBADNOLONDon. I think the other one I highlighted might not, like, that's the thing though, there's multiple players in the roster here, so I don't know if they're going to be in the server here. Let me double check here. No, they are. What am I saying? Flaws. That's the other one. Flaws is absolutely doing quite well for himself here. That time SWBY doesn't realize that P-Brun is right around the corner. Nice flashbang thrown that SWBY was trying to dodge. 4v4. Emil on SINCEDAY1, certainly one to watch. See if he can perform at the level that SINCEDAY1 has received from him since day one of their season. I couldn't resist, sorry. Going into the third round with 25 seconds left on the clock. It's not going to be easy for SINCEDAY1, but somehow they still get that opening frag onto MoRice. Snooki gets the trade. 18 seconds left. Bomb has been planted now, so that nullifies the timer. Flaws. Oh my goodness. Another great one. Despite the fact that, SINCEDAY1 have the post-plant 3v3, it's immediately brought down to a 2v3. And they're just charging in our MEBADNOLONDON. Oh, goodness me. Zappy finds P-Brun. Emil brought down to 7. He's good, but I don't know about this. Yeah, nope. I mean, just Flaws watching the smoke, sees the head pop up and says, okay, see you later. That'll do it. 2 for Snooki, 2 for Flaws. As it's a 3-0 lead in favor of MEBADNOLONDON. Let's call them MBNL. MBNL. There we go. MBNL now staring down at what could potentially be a 4-0 lead because it's a light buy coming through from SINCEDAY1. Still enough to get armor across 4 players, but you see 3 pistols, the MAC-10, and the Scout. Flaws with the op just charging through mid. That's a mistake. Yeah, through the smoke. P-Brun just spamming it with the Tech-9 connects. So there's the op lost, and it's pretty far down mid. So that's a risk. And now MoRice peeking around that corner gets taken down to 8 HP. Ruble takes damage as well, but you're looking at the buy-ups here. It's a very different story on each side. MEBADNOLONDON has all rifles, and SINCEDAY1 just had the Scout and the MAC-10. Now they got an op delivered right into their hands. Doesn't help their mobility, though. But certainly a potent piece as Emil. Hoping to make that work. "54 seconds left on the clock for SINCEDAY1 to make their move. It looks like they want to readjust themselves. Even though they gained a lot of space towards the A site, they're going to go towards B, which is in fact the right call because you've only got SWBY there. But they've got to get a move on here. Luckily for them, there is no incendiary on MBNL. So, should be straightforward here. Oh, SWBY gets one, Zappy gets another, and finally SWY is run down by the Tech-9. They will be able to get a bomb plant, but it's a 3v2 in favor of MBNL. MoRice, 8 HP slips through into Church. That's a big piece to get through there. Brent spots out one, but he's kind of isolated in that fight. Still gets the hedge on to Snooki. Goodness me, and P-Brun with the op off the ground gets Zappy. Last one's MoRice with 8 HP. Is he going to stick this? He does. It won't work. Flashbang through. On a round where the investment was very light, it turns into a victory here for SINCEDAY1. Wow, MEBADNOLONDON's going to be kicking themselves after that one. Certainly want that round back. It's just, the aggression from the op there at the beginning of the round by Flaws. Yes, he's had an incredible start to this map, but still just overzealous in that push. And a great nade toss by SINCEDAY1. And after that, they just spam through the smoke to finish the job. I think that's where it all kind of starts. And then after that, just, MEBADNOLONDON just getting caught out of position kind of quite a few times. Flaws? Hoping to make amends for that previous round. I mean, outside of that, honestly, MBNL has had a very hot start to this. And they've looked like the better team mechanically. Which I would say at the open level is usually where you're going to see a lot of maps. That's going to be the differentiating factor is mechanical skill. When you're still trying to get those strategies worked together and get that playbook that you don't even have yet, that you're just trying to create. And that's a nice boost, actually. Emil gets one. Speaking of playbooks, unfortunately for them, they lose one, but Emil gets the immediate trade from close range with the op. Now he's going to charge through. There is one that comes through as well for SINCEDAY1. With SWBY being spotted on B, they might rotate around to A, and now definitely as Kai will find that second frag of the round. SWBY just going to save the M4, and okay. SINCEDAY1 starting to strut their stuff a little bit. Guys, got some company there. Little chicken sitting down comfortably next to his new friend. But for how long? SWBY. Just trying to save the AK. Probably will unless P-Brun, for whatever reason, hard clears this, and he won't. SWBY. Doesn't need to fight this. Doesn't need to fight it. Still does. Works out. Probably just should have saved the AK, though. But it ends up being saved anyway. Alrighty. MBNL, after a 3-0 start, surrender a couple of rounds to SINCEDAY1, and that AK will probably be the only rifle in the round. I say probably. Definitely will be the only rifle in the round for MEBADNOLONDON. On the other side, SINCEDAY1 looking to get a 3rd in a row. Zappy, ooh. Just trying to go for a little drive-by deagle shot. Doesn't work out for him, but why not attempt it? Given the buy up in the round. Snooky pushing right through that smoke with zero hesitation. Gains a lot of information and map control off of it. And pretty much can tell his teammates, hey, look, they're not A. At least not yet. I say not A, I meant A apartments. Which is a telling sign, so to speak. Now with the flash thrown towards B, it's into the AK, so the one rifle's in the right spot. Let's see what SWBY can do. There's one. On to Rubel. Yeah, I mean, once you find the AK, you say, okay, well, don't go there. Just go towards the pistols. Not to say that'll be much better. It is deagles for everyone, and those can be exceptionally potent in the right hands. Snooky. Waiting there. Flaws hoping to connect on one. Snooky actually does get Brent. Picks up the M4 off the ground. Emil a little bit exposed, but still hits the close range shot. He's going to try for a 3rd here, but can't get it. Flaws hits the deagle headshot. P-Brun the last one standing in a 1v2. P-Brun. 13 HP, but cannot do it. SWBY on a round that should have been a gimme for SINCEDAY1. He uses the AK to get the first and the last frag of the round. 4-2 in favor of MBNL. And honestly, SINCEDAY1 gotta be kicking themselves because it felt like they would have a tied scoreline there. And I mean, they made the right decisions, honestly. Like they went towards the B site. They saw the AK there, said, okay, we don't want anything to do with that. Went back towards A, but the deagles were just too strong. They couldn't overcome them. And it was actually a really fortunate occurrence there towards, for MEBADNOLONDON, the fact that they get a frag and then there's an M4 right on the ground there. SWBY continues his reign of terror with the AK-47. Pulls out the P2K after running out of bullets. And eventually backs off somehow with his life. And all the damage that has been done has left SINCEDAY1 hanging on by a thread. Rubel and Emil down to 6 and 3 HP respectively. And I mean, look, it's just, hey, let's tap through the smoke and hope something happens. That's the mindset here, because there's only so much you can do pushing into rifles with pistols and on less than 10 HP. Well, they do have a smoke. What's Emil going to do with it? P-Brun's on A. I think he's hoping to find some space. And, well, he's not going to get it. Smoke gets tossed. Zappy falling off of rooftop at porch. I mean, it makes sense given that he was already spotted out. Plays a safer angle. Gives it the space, but it doesn't matter. There's just too lethal of a crossfire right now. Flaws takes care of Emil. Oh, no. Okay. P-Brun finds Zappy. Slacking a little bit on his peak and takes care of that, but it doesn't matter. SWBY and Shuki will take care of the last two. SWBY with a 3K. Doing quite well for himself. As mentioned, usually was in that top 2 slot with Floss. And that's exactly the case here again. Timeout going to be called here by SINCEDAY1. They gotta talk things over. I mean, their usual top frag Emil isn't faring too well. Very good with the AWP. You saw him. Like, some of the shots he was hitting were nuts, but he's been limited to the rifle more often than not, or just pistols, I should say. CP Brun doing a great job. They need more from the supporting cast. Need more from Kai, Rubel, and Brent. See if they'll get it. Not an easy ask, though, against an MBNL team that has looked very difficult to go up against. On we go! Round number 8. Brent throws that smoke immediately to counter exactly what happened there. So the incendiary is neutralized. Love the idea. Thought process good. Mo Rice says, I don't care about your thought process. I've got bullets! He deals 2 frags. Although P. Brun comes back and takes care of Mo Rice and Zappy to ensure the bomb plant, it's still a man advantage in favor of MEBADNOLONDON. Flaws gets naded down to 52. Needs to be careful here on his approach. P. Brun getting paranoid for good reason. SWBY is around the corner and Flaws takes care of him. Nice timing there on the crossfire. Rubel gets 1 though in the 1v3. Looking to clutch it out. Can't do it. Snooki finds the frag, and it will be a 6th round in favor of MBNL. 4-round lead now for them. SINCEDAY1, again, like a fantastic effort coming through from them to get in towards that B site. You know, love to see that smoke being thrown at the beginning to counter the incendiary immediately and allow for the quick blitz towards top banana to be undeterred. But at the end of it, MEBADNOLONDON just shooting better. Mo Rice behind the smoke, taking care of business alongside Zappy. Alrighty. Couple of incendiaries being thrown immediately to try and gain that mid control, and it works. SWBY lines up 3, but only gets 2. Could have been more. So much damage done. I mean, you got the 200 from the frags, another 88 onto Kai, and 46 towards Brent. And I mean, all that damage done makes it a lot easier to clean up what he started, and that's what Snooki does onto Kai. Brent gone too. Flaws didn't even need the damage done with that AWP. And Emil, who has been a hot hand for SINCEDAY1 in a couple of their matches. Left to his own devices. What a flashbang. Oh, that's gorgeous. Snooki and Flaws working in tandem to take care of Emil. 7-2 in favor of MEBADNOLONDON. Starting to run away with it a little bit. Need to see a response from SINCEDAY1. Might not get it here. Although, you know, throughout the day, we've seen some pretty crazy half-buys come through and lead to round victories. 3 Tech 9s, a Deagle, and a Mac 10. Just have the Mac 10 leading the charge, maybe down Banana. Try for that. Oof. But the util is pretty good. So are the bullets. SWBY again delivering another one up to 12-3. Brent does get the response with Deagle, so that's something. The thing is, they've already lost 2 bodies, and I mean, they need to pick up a gun off the ground, which they will get. Brent getting the op, and all 3 players grouped up together. They've still got the bomb in their backs, and technically Arch control. Oh no! Brent, just kind of moving around mid a little lazily, gets caught by Mo Rice coming in from A ramp. Excuse me, from T ramp. That's unfortunate. That is really not the best for SINCEDAY1. Kai and P. Brun still standing. And they have moved their way through CT. I don't think that MBNL are aware of it, but they're probably paranoid of the possibility. And yeah, SWBY, ready and waiting, will deliver the last 2. Another 3K for him. He's up to 14-3. And he is, without a doubt, the top player right now, along with Flaws, who's sitting at 10-4, and Flaws doing the work with the AWP. 1:54 on the clock as we get going with round number 11. MBNL, they've got all the cash they could possibly want. Full buy up, 2 AKs still in their hands. And on the other side, SINCEDAY1 will finally be coming back with an op of their own. And the AKs, but util is already pretty light for them off that initial foray towards B. Rubel does get one, and the follow-up onto SWBY, so the first time they've had the op, it is actually working out quite nicely for them. There's the incendiary thrown forward, excuse me, Molotov thrown forward from SINCEDAY1. That is just a ruse, though. They're going towards the A side. Kai actually loses that battle with Snooki. I thought he had the edge there, and now Brent, how does Brent not get anything there? That is so unfortunate, honestly, for Brent. I thought he had the lineup. Snooki pops around, gets another one, collecting scalps. As Rubel, who had 2 really nice frags to open up the duels there towards B, is now the last one standing. Still a chance. There's one. Let's get the second. Can't do it. Snooki's just too good right now. The spray down comes through, a 3K for him. And he's joining the ranks of Flaws and Swooby, or SWBY, at the top of the scoreboard. Nine to 2. After 2 very amazing matches, I would say, in terms of the back and forth affairs we had in the advanced match and the intermediate one. This one might be a blowout. You never know. SINCEDAY1, though, I mean, you're in the last round of the first half. You gotta keep them off double digits. That's your objective right now. Just get around here. Just get around. There's 2 frags for them and only 1 for MBNL. Now a 4v3 in their favor, and the B site is ripe for the taking, but they send Kai out towards A, and he gets his head taken off. Now a 3v3, and Snooki, oh, Snooki's at it again. The sneaky Snooki will take care of Brent, as Mo Rice holds down that B site, as he's done many times before. Another 4v3 for SINCEDAY1 evaporates. And now, I mean, look, there is good news for Rubel. He's got potentially 3 1v1s on his hands, but he has to win the first one. Mo Rice spamming away, and he does lose the battle, so Rubel gives himself a chance, now in a 1v2, to clutch out a round victory that SINCEDAY1 absolutely desperately need. Snooki, so good these last few rounds. It's tagged down a little bit, but he does enough damage to allow Zappy to finish the job. And SINCEDAY1 do not get their third. They do not prevent MBNL from getting into double digits. 10 to 2 now, heading into the second round of action. You're seeing that scoreboard. I mean, SWY was a menace. 16 and 7, 1,600 plus damage done. And then you look behind him, Snooki, Mo Rice, and Flaws, all very, very good as well. But it really was SWBY who was effective. And you're looking at the ADR here, 137 ADR for SWY. Mo Rice at 107. On the other side, P. Brun, who only has 4 frags, I believe, in that previous, maybe 5, sorry. 90 ADR. So doing the damage, getting the job done in that category, but the rest of his team not converting off it, not getting the trades. That's not going to help your KAST. Still, it's never over in Counter-Strike. That's why it's the best esport ever. Come back from any deficit. And BNL not going to give SINCEDAY1 much hope by getting the opening frag there. They're just charging forward, hoping to blitz through into that B site, and it's absolutely working. Rubel's gone. Only 1 player left, and, well, that didn't last long either. Brent will kiss this round goodbye, and so will SINCEDAY1 more than likely, unless Kai and Emil have something to say about this. Their positions are known. I mean, they have to be perfect, and they're not. There's tons of damage done to their credit. I mean, Mo Rice, Snooki, and Flaws all down below half health, but, I mean, Kai has to connect here. Can he do it? There's one. Okay. Start talking about the possibility. Second. Gotta hurry. No kit. No. Doesn't have it. Mo Rice will get the 11th round for his squad sealed up with a pretty bow. All right. Now it gets even more difficult for SINCEDAY1 to come back here. No choice but to force up. I mean, you see, maybe they do have a choice, I guess. I guess they could go for an eco here. Are they going to? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you're not going to have that much better of a buy in the next round anyway with 2400. I guess I shouldn't say that. You're going to have rifles out. You're going to have M4s. But the problem is you're down 12-2. You need the rounds. Well, we'll see. Maybe this is going to be one of them. Kai with the 5.7 gets 2. But unfortunately for him, there's another MAC-10 right around the corner in Zappy's hands. He says, nah, see you later. No heroics this time. 12-2 in favor of MEBADNOLONDON, as they have an opportunity now, 10 of them, to go 4-0 on the season in Open 10 EU. What a start that would be for them. It feels like a foregone conclusion, but that last one can often be the most difficult to find. They're going to try and go fast and overload. Might not be the best idea here with 3 players waiting to greet them at top banana. Emil finally ringing true with a couple from the MP9. And then Rubel drops SWBY. Has been the hottest hand here in the server. That said, Zappy gets 2. Oh my goodness, SINCEDAY1, they got overzealous. They didn't need to re-peek. They didn't need to go out again. They just could have fallen back to the bomb site. Instead, they do re-peek and Zappy delivers 2. He does get fragged through the smoke by Brent, but this is a 1v2 that probably shouldn't have happened. SINCEDAY1 now have to fight through on the post plant to keep hope alive. Flaws has been very good. Usually with the op. Now he's got the AK. Kai around the corner, can't even get to the site, but Brent is very good on the timing for the trade. And SINCEDAY1, that's a little BM to it. Why not? You know, a bit of frustration boiling over, I'm sure. But he will win the round for his squad. 3rd round secured. And hope remains alive. Thing is, with that bomb plant and the confidence that MBNL have right now, did come down to a 1v1. They were still effective. It was kind of just a quick blitz and trying to overwhelm SINCEDAY1. They're probably going to buy up, is my point. And they will. You got 3 AKs, a MAC-10 maybe you'll have to settle for, and a Galil. Maybe even a Tech 9 if you want the full util. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to get a Tech 9 and a MAC-10. Flawless doesn't go full util, maybe because he wants to get the op up again. That's probably the argument in his mind, which is good. I mean, you're seeing a MEBADNOLONDON team that is confident, but they're not forgetting about the reality of the situation, right? You still need to make sure that you have the economy to buy up in the next round, because it could very much not be over here in this one. And you already see, I mean, Kai is doing damage here. MoRice and Zappy, though, still get a couple. They've got the AKs. But, I mean, it's good to see they're not overconfident. They're still making sure that they've got everything sorted for what could be a longer match. Rubel, gone. Zappy's doing all the work. Finally dropped there. He's got a 3K on the round. MoRice up against P-Brun. Oh, my goodness. SINCEDAY1 have had so many man advantages. This time it was a 2-man advantage, but they haven't been converting them. And just P-Brun has so many angles to clear. He has no idea where MoRice is. He's thinking maybe somewhere in the smoke, but he can't confirm it. Now time's ticking away, and MoRice just waiting, biding his time, and around the corner, MoRice comes up. P-Brun denies him. Does he have time to defusal? Absolutely. Plenty of time available to him, and P-Brun hangs on again. This time his efforts are not in vain. A 3K for him, and SINCEDAY1 stay alive once more. Now, on the other side, MBNL. What do you do? You've been smart with your economy so far. Looks like they want to go Hero AK and Deagles. Okay. See how this pans out. No Hero AK. That might have been a miscomm. MoRice sells it and then says, okay, just util. Just util on the Glock. That's all I'm going to go for. Don't mind it. It'll lead to a much better buy-up in the following round. And hey, pistols have worked from MBNL before. Maybe it'll happen again here. Guy, 1, 2. No third, but Brent will take care of that. 4v2. Runs around the corner, realizes that some mutils coming in, and okay, hold on a second. That's a nice shot from Snooki. And guns on the ground. A lot of space to be taken, potentially. What do they decide to do? They could even fall back towards B. But the decision is to continue taking it towards the A site. Snooki looking behind him, grabbing the bomb. They want to group up together. They want to go in and ensure that a trade can come through, which is the smart choice. 38 seconds now. P-Brun, heart beating, waiting for engagements. Pops around the corner, sees the bodies, but can't get the frag yet. Flashbang thrown, it's a good one. Blinds one player, maybe even both. Got another one. Reinforcements coming. His teammate can't do anything, but he does. 1v2 for Mo Rice. It's been so very good. Can't seal the deal on the pit player, and P-Brun again the hero. 5th round found for SINCEDAY1. They have a exceptionally tall hill to climb. Let's not forget it was 12-2. They need to win 10 in a row to push overtime. They've already got 3. 7 more. Problem is, it's going to be a lot of rounds where there's going to be money and there's going to be investments coming through from MBNL. And this one is very, very potent. We've got the op out again for Flaws. We saw how good he was with that in the first half. 4 AKs, pretty much full util. Flaws waiting with the op, holding for that peak. Emil was about to give it to him, but decided against it. There's the nade. Little bit of chip damage onto Emil, but he's not too worse for the wear, especially with the AWP in his hands. Nice setup for SINCEDAY1 towards B. They've given up the space at top banana. One thing MEBADNOLONDON is going to have to be careful of right now is the fact they've let the bomb all the way back at the bottom of a T-ramp. So they have to think about their path back to getting that, and they've lost their top player again. SWBY is gone immediately. And oftentimes that has been a big difference maker here for SINCEDAY1. They couldn't really deal with him in the first half, and now they continue to take him down in these last 3. Make it 4 now. Smoke could get tossed. There's the flashbang as well. Mo Rice hoping to attract attention towards mid, right? So that his app players can come out into pit and maybe catch someone off guard. But Emil's got a good line. He's got a good line. Oh, hits the leg shot, not the frag. Kai will finish off 1 and a second, then the 3rd. Kai doing it all for his team. It's now up to Zappy in a 1v3 that he quickly turns into a 1v2. He's got the bomb on his back. Might try for the quick plant. It makes sense because he's got the smoke up. But the smoke fades now. He has to be aware of that. He's not. He's not. P-Brun. Another 2-kill plus round. That's his 4th in a row, I think. Like it has to be. He's been so good. And a 6th comes through. And all of a sudden, the doubts start to seep into the minds of MEBADNOLONDON. What's happening here, guys? We were up 12-2. Now it's 12-6. Our lead feels like it's disappearing, and it doesn't feel like we have the answer. What do we do? Tech 9s for them. It's funny often when you're in a match of Counter-Strike and the rifle rounds aren't working. Sometimes it's these Tech 9 buy-ups that come through and just deliver you the round and the win. We'll see if that's the case here. Head armor for everyone on MBNL. No rifles, but that might not make a difference. Snooki is going to get 1 and only 1. Great shutdown by SINCEDAY1. They will have their 7th unless SWBY can pull off the most incredible clutch of Open10. He will not. Brent, the killing blow. 7 rounds for SINCEDAY1. 5 in a row. Loss bonus has crept up to 3,400 though for MBNL, which on T side is basically a buy every round, especially if you get the bomb plant. So it's going to be tough right down to the wire here for SINCEDAY1 to try and convert this comeback into an overtime. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that damage towards Banana from the util. P-Brun. I mean, look, he's the MVP for me right now for SINCEDAY1. Unbelievable what he's been able to achieve. 4v3 in favor of SINCEDAY1. And MEBADNOLONDON still, you know, they've got a chance here to come back in this round. Flaw's going to grab the bomb off the ground. 2 players on A, so technically a mini 3v2 materializing here towards the A site. And now it's only 1 player left. Mo Rice takes out Kai. If they get Brent, this could be it. There's Brent gone. 3v2. MEBADNOLONDON. Do see 1 player fall. That's Mo Rice. So it is down to even numbers. SINCEDAY1. Will they see their run end here? Or can they extend us? Just 1 more time. Emil. Out. Coming out of Moto. He gets the shot onto Flaws. Snooky the last one standing. 2v1. SINCEDAY1. Desperate. AK picked up. Snooky, headshot, onto 1, trying to get the last, but he can't! Emil, the hero! And they're not done yet, folks! SINCEDAY1 have got an 8th round victory! Only 4 separate them now, and MBNL are thinking, what the heck do we have to do to clinch this match? Felt like they had it! 3v2 post-plant, they were striking back after a man deficit. And just... again, SINCEDAY1 hang on. They're digging their claws in here. Digging deep. Will not let go of the possibility of getting to overtime. But like I said, MBNL, you get a bomb plant, you have a bye. At the full loss. SINCEDAY1. I mean, we saw in that first half, right? There were a lot of rounds that were really, really close. And it was just MBNL who were able to overcome SINCEDAY1. And that's what led to that, you know, 10-2 lead. Even the last one, we saw man advantages come through for SINCEDAY1, I think in 3 rounds where they lost all of those man advantages. They might have had one where they got it. And I think that was the last one of the first half. But they're going to be looking back on that and saying, man, especially if they lose here in regulation, saying, what could have been, right? If we just come out and are able to hang on to those man edges. Brent, along with Kai. Nice crossfire setup here. Towards bracket. There's the smoke to neutralize it. Brent's going to throw the flashbang to try and support his teammate. Oh, but it blinds him as well. Maybe the comm's a little off there. It does keep MBNL at bay, though, which is the objective. Oh, nice double swing there. Snooky capitalizes, taking down Kai. And this could be the advantage that MBNL were looking for. Flaws the headshot onto Brent. Now the A site is very vulnerable. Emil going to have to stand on his head for 2, and he does! Emil taking out Snooky and Flaws. Flashbang tossed. Trying to secure another one. Util in hand. He's got one lined up and he hits the shot onto Mo Rice. Trade from Zappy. 2v2. Rubel almost sees himself go down. But while his life flashes before his eyes, he's not done yet. Zappy. Round the corner. P-Brun sees him but can't get the frag. That said, Rubel does the job on the SWBY. Only one left. It's Zappy. And he can't hold on! Again! SINCEDAY1 are going to win the round and they get themselves a 9th here. MBNL, bomb plant after bomb plant after bomb plant. They've got the post plant setups, but they can't hang on. SINCEDAY1 are now within arm's reach of overtime. This is incredible. Absolutely amazing that we've had 3 matches here, all 3 matches, one way or another, end up being impressive displays of resilience and some entertaining Counter-Strike to boot. All right, Rubel, oh boy, he's got to get out of there. Realizes his feet are burning away. And he's full on hightailing it back to the A site. Guess he just wanted to make sure that they kept them guessing where the AWP might be. Makes sense. Morris gets smoked out there in the apartments. And I have to say, I mean, sometimes you see the team that's up 12-2 make a lot of mistakes and not do things right, and that's why it leads them to collapsing a little bit. I don't think that's the case here. I think MBNL have been doing a good job and making good calls. It's just that since day one, refused to quit. They refused to give up. Just those desperate attempts at the last moments of rounds that are paying off. P. Brun has been incredible. Like, if they come back, again, MVP for sure. MVP either way. Anyway, Brent gonna go down. Kai with the immediate trade, though. Oh, that's a good move from MBNL. Going towards the B site after that foray of bullets are fired in the A site's direction, but P. Brun is here, and you don't want to engage with him. He gets two before falling. Emil will manage to help him, but Flaws gets the trade. The thing is, 18 seconds left. He has to take a fight here. He probably knows that someone's around the corner. Tries to stick the defuse, not defuse the plant. Will he get it? He does, but it doesn't matter. Ruble gets the frag. And that will do it for the round. 10th round for SINCEDAY1. Reminder, 12-2 was the score after a pistol round victory and a follow-up by MBNL. Look at that. See it right there. 8 in a row for SINCEDAY1. And most of them, you see the one there was 4 players left standing. I think that was like the full-on anti-eco. But most of them are close. 2 players left, 1 player left. And often in clutch situations. This has been an insane map. SINCEDAY1 have got all the momentum right now. And MBNL just can't really find a path forward. It just feels like SINCEDAY1 always have the great setups, right? They're always reading the play well. They've got 3 players here. Good spam coming through onto Flaws through the smoke. And Flaws just hanging on to life here at 8 HP. Snooki. Well, gonna get spotted and killed. Kai taking care of that. Now they're just going to try and force the issue. This is not great. Mo Rice will manage to get one, but it's a 4v3 in favor of SINCEDAY1, and a very significant one at that, because Flaws only at 8 health, as mentioned. So they've got a very good HP advantage. I think if there is a path to victory in this round for MBNL, it is absolutely towards the B site. No question. Only 1 player there. Do they have the smoke? They don't. That's going to make things difficult. They're relying on the flashbang, I think. Or maybe an errant push? P-Brun, what are you doing? No reason for this. He goes down. Uh-oh. Is that what tilts things in favor of MBNL in this round? Oh my goodness, what a shot from Ruble. Just a quick scope shot onto Mo Rice, leaving SWBY as the last one standing, and he turns at the wrong time. That is a freebie for Brent. And here we go. Round number 24 for the 3rd consecutive match. I don't think we've had 24 yet here in ESEA League 53 coverage on any of them. And then we get 3 in one day. I'm absolutely thrilled to be a part of that. But now the question becomes, I mean, for MBNL, are they really going to let this slip away? Do they really let it go to overtime? All right. It's been an exciting one. Without question. Tons of impressive plays. On SINCEDAY1 side, you've had P-Brun, Emil, Kai come out with some incredible ones. Mo Rice in the first half, and even in this one has looked great. SWBY was the star. He kind of got silenced here in the second half, and that's part of the reason why it's gone so close. But let's see. SINCEDAY1 do get the opener. 5v4, the advantage. Brent gets overwhelmed, though, by Snooki. 4v4, and oh, what a critical frag to come through by Flaws in towards Arch. 4v3 now, man advantage, A site control not there at all. In fact, there's still 2 players there. Rubel's defending B with his life, but he can't hang on. Mo Rice gets that, and now they'll absolutely go in towards the B site. They don't know if anyone else is there or has managed to rotate through from Banana, so they're going to be very cautious in their approach regardless. But MBNL from 12-2 to 12-11 are hoping that this last round will end it for them in regulation as opposed to going to overtime. Emil and Kai, a ton of pressure on their shoulders. There's the first by Kai. Can he get a follow-up? No, Mo Rice delivers his second. He wants the 3K on the round. He's going to fake the plant. He does. Trying to draw out the peak. He gets it. And there is that 3K. 13-11 for MBNL. That is ridiculous. They took the long way to victory. It took them 10 rounds. Every single round they had was needed to get that 13th. But, I mean, what an effort from SINCEDAY1. Honestly, they came through, showed so much resilience coming back into that one, and probably now, for sure, thinking, what if in that first half? For those close rounds, one of those, we would have been able to pull them off. One of those man advantages that we let slip away. Maybe we would have come out and won this one. But it's just going to have to be what ifs for them for now. Absolutely unbelievable matches of coverage we've had here, guys, throughout the day. You know, congratulations again to all the teams that were victorious. Illuminar in the first one. And then the second one, we had the one coming out with victory. And finally here, it's SINCEDAY1 coming out and handing, MBNL handing another loss to SINCEDAY1 and keeping their record undefeated. Guys, I have been JRT. This has been an absolute blast. And this one is going to be wrapped up now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.